At this point, I'm thinking it might just be personality. Jacqueline is going to be Jacqueline, getting her thirst on.
Virtual reality.
Keiarna Stewart from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Danny and I are so excited to chat with you. And we're so excited because you're a full-time cast member and you've been killing it on this season.
Hey, I am here.
How does it feel, though, to have that flute after? Because I was telling Danny before we started, it's kind of like the ultimate consolation prize because your first go at Potomac Housewives was a little rough with the way things ended. And then now you're a full-time housewife. Was it unexpected, this turn of events?
Yeah, actually it was.
Yeah.
Actually it was. I was totally floating the friendship wave. It was like I could be a little incognito and pop out, put my outfits on. And it was fun. I told all of them that. It was like good. It was like shape-shifting. It was great. This year is like a bird's eye view, like this is your business and here it is, you know. So, but it was fun. It was fun. I was excited. I did feel a little consolated, like this is great for me to have this moment. So I've just been enjoying it all.
And I feel the fans are so excited that it's happening too, because kind of what you're saying, it probably was nice that you could shape-shift in the back a little bit, but people wanted to know more about you.
They wanted to know.
And, so how has it been? Because it must be exciting being able to open up more, but it also brings a lot more, I'm sure, like internal and emotional challenges. So how has that been? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know the balancing act is real. Like one part of me is like, yes, look at me, check it out, and the other part is like, oh my God, not that part. You know, it's always like what part are they watching? You know, that's good. And so it is one of those things where you just once you sign up, you just go for it. You know, just have fun with it. So I've just been embracing that part of it. Yeah.
Is there any part watching back that you're kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have let the cameras around for that? Because you're being very vulnerable as a first season girlie.
Have you seen it through? Yeah, there are parts. I mean, you know, there's always going to be things that the audience isn't fully privy to that you guys see in the background. But for the most part, I'm comfortable being myself. You know, mostly what always concerns me is clearly is my relationship. Like I said, the public gets to see us go through those natural challenges. But outside of that, it is what it is, you know? So, yeah.
And I feel it's also hard where you're like, the public watches and kind of just sees what's happening. But some of the ladies, you know, when things are going on, or even when things aren't going on, they like to, you know.
Oh, poke the bear. Oh, the bear is getting poked, honey.
How's
the bear feeling? The bear, they want to know. We're just going to get her. That one. But it's one of those things that, you know, I actually like it like that, though. Poke the bear, because at least you know what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with. You know, you know how far you could take it with who, you know. You kind of learn a little bit about getting the bear poked. So it's okay to, you know. It actually expanded how much I know goes into this, you know what I mean? Because you don't really know it when you're on the sidelines so much until you actually get poked.
Who do you feel is the biggest poker? But when the claws come, they're like, please don't.
Oh, wow.
I think there's an answer, so I'm just curious what the answer is.
Who's the biggest that you can poke, and then when the claws come, they're like, ugh. This season?
Whoever's name is coming to you the most.
I would say Ashley. Ashley is definitely going to poke that bear and be like, oh my God, you're upset with me. Like, girl, you know you poked this bear, you know? So I would say Ashley. She's the queen of poking the bear.
She did poke the bear a little bit when she did mention the scar, which was a moment this season. Is there any like clarification or context you can give the audience about why you were so upset in that moment? Was it just like reliving the feelings of the incident?
Yeah, so a little bit about that was that me and Ashley were, what the audience wasn't privy to, we were actually working through our relationship. Prior to that. So, you know, I felt like we had discussed some things already in terms of us getting on some even ground. And so when we sat at the table, and for her to mention it after we had just talked about some of the things, it just really hurt me. Like, are you kidding me? You know? So it took me back, and then it was an emotional time for me. You have to think, this is something that happened to me in front of this group of women that I would have never imagined would have happened to me, and now we're sitting and kind of talking about it like a joke. So it was a little hurtful for me. Even it's one of those things, like I said, I always have to live with my scar. So it's always going to be a little personal for me.
And I thought it was really refreshing and good because Giselle, of course, wasn't there. But when she came back to it, and when she was getting caught up, she was like, it seemed at least that she was like, Ashley, she kind of didn't.
Yeah.
Did you feel that was like a good support? Because Giselle, of course, we love her sometimes. She can like,
she can poke.
She can poke. But it seems like she's been good with you.
Yeah, we've been good. I mean, I think the entire group knows how sensitive it was. So I think to have her bring that back to Ashley specifically, because the incident happened at the actual GNA event. So they both kind of, you know, had to deal with that trauma as well. For her to be the one to speak on it and to say, hey, that's sensitive, like I really appreciated that.
Is there an update legally? Because you opened up a little bit about that part of it on the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in motion. I can't really talk much about it, but we're still working through the process. So we're still moving forward with the actual case, so it's happening. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And have you been, because I feel like what I love watching you on the show is you're very supportive to the ladies. Like Karen, I feel you always have Karen like support everything
that's
like that.
my girl.
The two special Ks.
The two yes.
You know?
I'm assuming too, like through everything, she's been just as equally supportive with you. Like, is she kind of who you feel maybe the closest to right now?
Yes. Yeah, it is. We have a great relationship, you know, and it's organic. You know, it's something that we both do naturally check in on each other. We both know when to say, hey, are you all right? How's that going for you? You know, we share resources about things, when we're going through things. She's just a great support to have, you know, and so also, I appreciate it.
I don't know if you saw, we were looking at her at Kathy Ellen's Christmas party.
Did you see those photos?
Good has never looked better.
She looks so good.
Honey, she's living that life, and I love that for her. Yeah, my girl looks great. She looks great. She looked beautiful at the party.
And now that we know you're a Bravo fan, I hope she got some Beverly Hills tea for you.
Oh my God, 1000%. Well, while you've been supporting Karen, which has been so great to see, some of her other castmates have, it's been support light. Ashley has been a little shady, Giselle has been a little shady, and both Ashley and Giselle, they feel like Karen hasn't been taking full accountability for the situation. What is your reaction to them saying that?
You know, here's the thing. They have a history with Karen that I don't have. So they are coming from a place that I cannot speak from, you know, in terms of experience. All of my experiences with Karen are positive. So people are like, oh, Kay loves Karen. I genuinely do. You know, I have positive experience, so I'm going to speak about her as my friend. And so I just want us all to know, outside of the jokes and the shade, this is still her real life. This is still something very serious. And I think at the end of the day, we all know that. And I just want us to lead with caution when we are discussing certain things. Yeah.
Jacqueline showing up with 8 balloons to represent 8 citations. What are your thoughts on that?
Child. Jacqueline, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You said you didn't want to be here, now you're here. Like, I thought we moved past you wanting to be here, but you're here, you know. It was a little thirsty on Jacqueline's part, you know, to show up. I was kind of shocked that she did that, but, you know, Jacqueline was having her moments this season, for sure.
And she's having another moment today. She announced her pregnancy.
I know.
Are we excited?
Jacqueline is full of surprises, but yes, I am excited for her. Congratulations to Jacqueline, for sure.
And it's funny, there is a common ground when we have some of the lovely ladies from Potomac in. When Jacqueline's name comes up, thirst comes up. Do you think, to define the quenching, do you think she's doing this because she wants attention from all the ladies, or do you think she does it because she wants like a gold star from Mia? Like, who is she, like...
I think Jacqueline's just happy with the gold star. I'm not sure what it is. You know what, to be honest, let me say this. At this point, I'm thinking it might just be personality. Because it's so consistent. I'm not even joking. It's so consistent across the board. I don't even know if Jacqueline needs a star, but it's consistent. Jacqueline is going to be Jacqueline, getting her thirst on. But she doesn't think it's thirsty, so she would say, Kay, that's not thirsty. It's like, okay.
What does she describe it as?
Being herself, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just being herself. I think it is. Jacqueline is being Jacqueline, honey. She said she is the gold star.
Well, speaking of gold stars, you deserve a gold star for conflict resolution, because the way you were able to sit down with Mia in your polo after work and talk her through some issues after she accused your ex of doing what she accused him of. Like, how did you get to a place and space where you were fine to sit down with her?
So here's the deal with Mia. You know, Mia talks a lot of you know, and it's just like one of those things like, girl, chew the meat, leave the bone. But she also is very apologetic after her talking. So it kind of makes you say, all right, girl, whatever, you know, type of thing. And we just kind of move forward, you know, for the sake of the group.
It seems like it's good that you have been able to move forward with her, because it seems like even from Giselle's recent appearance on Watch What Happens Live, she is not, you know, wanting to move forward with Mia. Is that kind of... Because also that is the vibe.
Yeah,
that is the vibe? Okay.
That is the vibe.
Okay.
I mean, again, I'm still new to the group. So, you know, my tolerance, you know, is still a little high, you know, because I'm still trying to see it all through. I think sometimes you do cross certain boundaries that may just need a hard stop or time to just think about if you can reconvene later.
Now, before we wrap up, the reunion's coming up.
Yes.
How are we feeling? Who are we hoping to maybe find some resolve with? Who are we excited to see not find some resolve with?
Oh, this reunion is going to be great. I'm going to say that first. I think, wow, I I think definitely the Mia and Jizzy chat it should be needed. Well, I don't know. It's a couple that need to play out this season that I think that people are going to be like, whoo, let's see how we bridge this back together. It's going to be good.
How many props do you think Jacqueline's going to bring?
50-11. 50-11 props. I don't know. Jacqueline got the baby. I don't know if she can bring the baby.
Oh, yeah,
the
she'll have her
bag with the
bump.
receipts.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to go down, but.
Do you know what you're wearing yet?
Oh, you know I do.
Okay.
You know I do.
And she's not going to tell you.
And I'm not. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hot.
All right, are you still craving a little more tea? Evan, tell them what I got.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Page 6 YouTube to check out all of our exclusive virtual reality interviews and more.